passed away. So we're actually having to fly. I'm actually flying back to Missouri for service.
Okay, sorry to hear that.
Oh, yeah, thank you.
Okay, so it looks like we're live. I'll wait to see if it pops up on YouTube. And also, if you decide to pull it up on your phone or something to watch it and look at the chat there, just to remember to have your volume turned down, because then it gives you feedback. Let's see.
Wayne, I think you're waiting for the Chicago Bears to move to Gary so you get some appreciation from your properties.
I like that.
Yeah, I think that would be awesome. I think
think that would change the whole perspective of that area. And you will hear again from people how lucky you got, you know what I mean? I think you're waiting for the Chicago Bears to move to Gary. Yeah. It might, or close to it.
Like anything around the area would be pretty good.
And I know people say it's not possible, but I tell you, I live in New Jersey and all the New York teams play next door to me. So
There's nothing to build, no room to build anything left there.
So you never know.
I didn't realize Gary was big enough to have a host some of those teams.
I think they will have to build it.
Yeah,
but as we know it, when the money comes, the building starts standing up, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I seen it in our area. So like, I thought we had a lot of hotels and all that stuff. Because we already have the stadium, they built the American Dream, which is I think 60 or 70% of the American Dream Mall is entertainment. So like we have an indoor water park, indoor amusement park, indoor ski area, and just in the last year and a half, because of the World Cup coming in, the amount of building and hotels they putting in our area, it's crazy.
Yeah, that could change things, right? Because sometimes we've talked about it before, like you never know. Just take, for example, the 3 properties that we have in St. Louis, right? And they're just regular old properties. But if something like this ever did happen, it could change your return on those properties drastically. So even if the deals are just okay, in a few years things could change and make them much better deals. Because I think also we like we talked about with our 3 properties, and we had analyzed for certain rents, and the rents didn't come in where we thought they would, and so the returns are a little bit lower. But I think, and we think with a little bit of time in the market, they will improve. But something like that could really swing it hard, especially in Gary.
But just look back and when COVID happened, how many rural markets, right, got a big appreciation because people moved out from the cities, right?
Mm-hmm.
Those for work. So you never know.
Yeah, that was a big one.
All right, so I got a question for you guys about refinishing a bathtub. I had it recoated a few years ago, and now the tenant's saying that it needs to be redone. I haven't seen the pictures or been over there to see it yet, but I'm assuming the finish is coming off or whatever. But I remember when the guy that applied it, it was just like that super stinky epoxy type application or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So it seems, I thought it would last longer than that, but is that kind of the normal lifespan, just a few years on that stuff? Or did they just do a crappy job before?
One time when we were looking at having that done, I asked about like a warranty, and the person or the company that we were looking at had said if it was an investment property, they would warranty it for 1 year. And if it was your personal residence, they would warranty it for 2 years. The times that I have seen it fail, usually, and I think most guys do it right, but for example, all the hardware, right? You have your drain cover and you have the overflow, the little lever up on the high part of the tub for the overflow. If they don't take all that off and make sure that that epoxy gets, like for the drain, that you want to make sure it gets all the way down in the drain. You don't just want to mask off the drain and go around it, because that just leaves an edge for
It
that
gives it
stuff
an
to
edge to
start
start. Yeah, that makes
start
sense.
peeling
Yeah,
off. Yeah.
right.
But I
Okay.
don't know. I don't know that it would start wearing through, like where people step in all the time. I don't think it would wear through there. I think it's probably something like that, or
Flaking off. Or
flaking off, like
they
around,
didn't. Yeah,
around
they
the
didn't.
top edge.
I'm guessing it's probably like you say. They probably just did a quick mask job around it, or they just didn't prep it all the way, or it's just heavy use, and it's been a few years in a rental, and
Mhm.
who
Yeah,
knows? The kids
or
got the
maybe.
dog in there and everything else.
Yeah, yeah. I was going to say maybe they dropped something in the tub or something like that that started a little chip.
Right, right.
So you never
Yeah.
know.
I would say it depends. Yeah, the prep work will be one for me, from what I
Yeah,
know, because we have a bunch of guys who install showers. People, you have employees that drop tools and whatever not magically happen. So I wouldn't say the prep work, right? If the prep work wasn't ready, that'd be the only thing. But I would say for the rental, the other options you can look over is the bathtub um, overlays, like a PVC top that you go put over your old top, like almost like what Bath Fitters does.
Mhm.
Because I think that'll be more cost effective, and then for the long term. Yeah.
Because that's more like an acrylic liner, isn't it? That
Mm-hmm.
covers
Yeah.
everything. Yeah, I haven't done that yet, but that's interesting. And I would imagine they have all the different tub shapes, right? Because like in our house was built in the 50s, so it has the front is not straight across. It has that centerpiece that kind of bumps out.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
how are they gonna, like, I imagine they get it really nice and flush with the floor and then seal that joint well also. Um,
Yeah. They use
That might.
3D scanners.
mhm.
Oh, do they?
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense.
So
And they
it's
can
because
vacuum mold it or
usually
something.
you want it with the walls connected, so it's like a one piece that goes over it, overlay. That's a 3D scan.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Hmm.
Yeah,
There's already,
if you think about it, right? That's what's the bath like. People think like bathtub replacements is you get a Home Depot or Lowe's bathtub for $500-600. If you're replacing a bathtub, I don't know about you, Frank, but I wouldn't even touch it for less than $4,000 budget, right? Because you don't know what
Yeah.
when you open it.
yeah,
You start opening that up, you're gonna have a can of worms in there.
Yeah, so
yeah.
like
And then,
anybody that's experienced, you will know, right?
hmm and for the investment properties, especially what we have in the Midwest, all those are tile surround. So tearing out the tile and probably finding dry rot and things like that. Um, yeah, it could get a little bit expensive.
Just have them reskin the whole thing.
Hmm
Might be a
Call
good
and
idea
ask.
to get a quote. Yeah, I might get a quote.
Yeah, and if your tenant can send you pictures, or
Yeah.
so that you have a little bit better idea. The other thing is, I don't know how or if it's possible to go over it once you have had it done once, if the material will stick to itself again.
Yeah. Yeah, I assume you'd have to go over it and sand it all down with a aggressive orbital or something.
Hmm
Okay. Yeah, and I just remember it was strong, man. And I don't know how the tenants could be in there, especially in wintertime, trying to
hmm
exhaust that out. And yeah, that would be a nightmare too.
Yeah, that, and well, if they do it right, then they're cleaning with I forget what you call it, super strong toxic.
Oh, toxic type of a cleaner on it. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and like J6 said, if they don't get every little bit of scum off of there, that it's just going to start deteriorating from there.
Right. It's a weak spot.
Hmm
All right. I may
It's,
look
it's
into
like, you
that
know how
then.
people reseal the silicone or caulk around the bathtubs,
Mhm.
right? If you don't fully clean it, it's never going to reseal.
Yeah.
You mean you're not just supposed to go over the top of the old?
No, you can. You can.
Yeah.
I've seen it happen. And make
Oh
sure
yeah.
you use your
Oh yeah.
finger. Yeah. Make sure
Yep.
you lick it really good
Yes. Yes.
before and after you apply.
Oh goodness.
Yeah, that was the other thing I was going to mention too. If they don't clean that out good, and then when they put the epoxy all the way up to that corner, and then once you do reseal with your silicone or whatever you're using, then that kind of helps hide that edge from pulling off too.
Thanks, guys. I'm gonna go quiet here for a little bit.
Okay, have a safe trip.
Thank you.
Looks like Harrison's there. Harrison, we were just talking about the Bears because Wayne also has some properties there in Indiana. We think that could be a good thing. Probably take a while before it's done, but we don't plan on selling anything for several years. So hopefully we could see some benefit from that move.
I thought Mark's moving from Pittsburgh to Gary now because of his super fan.
Yeah, I think well, it depends, huh? If they make it to the Super Bowl or go all the way, I guess that would influence his decision. There's Troy popped in for a minute. Hi, Troy. And PC Endeavors. I don't think I've seen that name before. Where are you at in the Bay Area? Because my wife and I are here near Santa Cruz. I did have some questions prepared also. So if you guys are up for going around the room once or twice or however many times we need to answer these. Mitesh, are you somewhere that you can chat today?
Yeah, I'm home.
Oh, okay, good. Good. So the first question was for 2026, if you had a wish for the new year, whether it's an outlandish wish or a realistic wish, what would you wish for the new year? Maybe Mitesh, you can start since you're home.
Okay. Maybe let's see. I just need like full rent, you know, all my things rented out long term. So that's my wish.
All right. And you, Jasek?
I have no wishes, sir. Whatever I want, I work for it, and you get it. That's it.
Okay, that's fair. I see Janelle popped in. Janelle, are you someplace that you can talk? Sometime. Oh, that's okay. Thank you for letting us know.
What about
How
you,
about
Frank?
wishes? I think like you said, probably no wishes. I know there are things that I want to work on for the new year, right? I would like to improve my technology skills, especially like with Zoom and stuff, be able to schedule meetings better, improve um, I don't know if it's planning, but be able to host the meetings a little bit better. It would be nice to get feedback from everybody that joins us to see if there are any ways they think we could improve the call. And then as far as the portfolio goes, like Mitesh said, I think, you know, you guys all know we had pretty rough last year and a half, but now things are stabilizing. It will be nice to be able to get some regular cash flow for the properties. They're all full right now. So that's really the first opportunity we're going to have to see how things should work, I guess. So it's been a little bit rocky. Ike, are you there today?
I'm at work, so I might be in and out, but I'm here right now.
Okay. We were just wondering if you had a wish for 2026, what that might be.
Yeah, my wish or goal, or however you want to phrase it, for the next year is just to get a lot better at delegating and systems, so that I'm able to grow more without as much of my time killing me. So
Okay. Yeah. And I think maybe it was Mark talking about a post you made on X talking about how I think if I heard him right, it was like the last 2 weeks of the year are pretty useless because you can't get anybody to do anything.
yep.
That was you. Okay. Yeah. And I feel you because I've had just been trying to get back and forth with some of our property managers, and like the week between Christmas and New Year's, everybody's gone. So you can't count on any of that happening.
Yeah, it's I mean, I don't want to sound like a Scrooge, why don't we work on Christmas Day? But at the same time, I'm trying to get things done. I've got a refi I'm trying to do right now. It's like pulling teeth to get anybody to do anything right now, it feels like. So but on the flip side, like my tenants still want to move in on the first, and on the flip side, like if something breaks down, like I still gotta take care of it. It's kind of funny how people react to that. So
Yeah, that's true. I don't know if I mentioned it on one of our previous calls, but around here, I work with a lot of other Hispanic contractors, and somehow they managed to be able to leave in December and come back in January. And I don't know how they do it, be gone for a month and a half or two. And I've always been amazed at that. Maybe they're better
I
at
can tell you,
business.
Frank. I can tell you how. If you work 7 days a week, 20 hours a day for 6 months, right? They work more and longer than you do in a year. That's the
Yeah,
difference.
that's a good point. They probably do. That's
Because
another
you don't
thing.
see them, right? Like if you finish at 4 or 5, you go home. I know it because we have a lot of Hispanics here too, like people, especially from Brazil, Peru.
Uh,
You know what I mean? In my area, and it's the same thing, seasonal, right? They come in, they make whatever dollars, and then here they roommate, but they don't truly have families here, right? They have a family, but they back home, so they roommate, so they rent a room, make all the money, save it, and then they go back and enjoy life for 4 or 6 months, right? And then come back, work. So
yeah,
that's how they do it.
that's a great point. Um, Mark, are you someplace you can talk? We're live, by the way.
Yeah, that's why I came, so I'm selfishly testing my audio and stuff because for whatever reason it wasn't working today.
Oh, okay. Well, we can
You
hear
had all
you.
these females. You had all
Yeah,
these
it
females on
sounds
your line. That's
fine.
why.
So yeah, I don't know if it was my feed or what, because it sounds fine now.
Oh,
Yeah, you sound good. You were bad earlier.
Yeah, I don't know what it was. Yeah, it's weird.
You're on
'Cause
the same headset and mic and everything now?
the one I was originally using. So yeah, I don't know.
You felt overpowered.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
on uh, on your end, Mark, if you're watching the live, do you see everybody on the screen or just me and Jasek? Oh, I see you now. Oh, maybe it's just people with their cameras on, right?
When I did look
Seems
earlier,
like it.
I don't know. Let me
Okay.
see. I don't know why Ike is being so shy and not turning his camera on.
He said he's at work.
So?
Remember, Mark, some people still work here.
Oh, there he is.
Oh, there. See, I knew I just had to
just
poke
for
him.
Mark, so he can remember what the inside of a fire station looks like.
You have your virtual background on, man.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So you can see what someone looks like that really works, you mean?
That too, but I'm not going that dirty.
Yeah, so Mark, we were just talking about if you have a wish for 2026, what might it be?
I guess black ORAT shirts if possible.
There you go. That's a good goal.
Super Bowl for Bears.
Did you find a printer yet?
I know someone that makes shirts and just needs black shirts and he can do it.
Well, you've had quite a year of, closing on the properties that you have. And so do you think you'll be buying more in the new year? Or are you gonna,
I'm under contract for a duplex right now, but nobody works the last 2 weeks of the year, so fucking yeah, no one's to be found. It's just waiting on appraisal, inspection, all kinds of stuff.
oh, okay,
Yeah.
that's good. So all the ones that you bought recently, are they all tenant occupied or empty?
Yeah, tenant occupied. Well, yeah. That was like part of the stipulation for the triplex. I said, not gonna buy it unless it's tenant occupied. Because this was to kind of wait for 6 months to cash out on it. So I said, I'll buy it if it's tenant occupied. So they filled everything. So
Okay.
that's why the rents are more than the hard money loan. So nothing's out of my pocket.
Mm-hmm. And the rents are at a level where you won't need to increase them, or they weren't low when you bought it?
No, I mean I mean I could probably increase it a little bit, but that's also if I probably worked on the put some work into the properties a little bit, but I'll probably just leave it as is for now. Yeah.
What was that thing you were talking about earlier, Mark? You had mentioned, is it just in that area about the utilities or something getting being
Oh,
kind
I
of an
don't
issue with multifamily?
no. Just I don't know if it's probably not it might be state by state, but like the water utilities usually you want to keep in your name because for whatever reason that's what can put a lien on the property if there's an outstanding water bill. So like I know
Right.
people that the tenants put it in their name and they never paid it. And then whenever they left or vacated,
2 years later, there's a
you
huge
find
bill.
out, yeah, there's like a whatever $2,000 overdue water bill.
So, well, that would be something we could monitor though, right? We could check in and make sure it's getting paid each month or whatever. I know it's more work for us, but I think you're right because I was just telling the guys that when we had the tenant leave in Gary and they had a huge water bill that they left behind for us.
Yeah. So I keep it in my name or the proper. So usually you set up the rest you can set up a landlord reversion policy on, but that one I just keep it in my name and then bill them back. Then some, I mean, I don't know. I know some landlords let the tenant handle it and then yeah. But yeah, that's the
So my,
problem.
my my question is it state or is it county or town by town? Because like my town, we still don't have a digital, right? The investments that I have, it's all paper. They don't even have online portal yet because it says it costs too much money for the town. So it has to have be like check or cash, mail
There
to the township.
there's some that I'm trying to think. There's like some that you can make an online payment, but there's no like I think you only have a paper statement. I forget there's it's super outdated, but like there's no like it's weird. I think they have a
Because the reason why I'm saying that, because you say the lien, right? Because it's supplied by the township. In most places, the water is supplied by the township, right? So it's the same as taxes. So that's why they can put a lien on it, right?
Hmm.
But the public or gas or electric company, even though they say that they publicly trade or whatever, they still companies. They're not the township. That would be my like. And again, you know how townships are, right? They keep on upgrading. You have the two old ladies in the office, the All they do, they just drink tea.
Yeah, it's hard to. I don't know. I'm pretty sure you'd have at least you could phone in your bill at least. I would think. Maybe they don't have an online stuff, but at least probably like the
I
old
know I got it
school.
right. I drive every time, once a quarter. I drive with either cash or check to the township to pay it. And I'm like, why is it so late? It's like, oh, one day we'll do it. It's just the cost of operating and processing payment is so much. They say they're going to do it one day, but township has to vote on it.
Yeah, now that you say that, I think there's some that it's like a third party payment. Like it's not directly to that township, but there's like a, direct pay phone number and you can pay
And then
that
they pay
way.
the township and
Yeah, I think that's now
somehow
that you mentioned that.
put a fee.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, I think, well, like we've said a few weeks ago, well, at least I did, I was thinking that single families are a lot more carefree than multifamilies. We pay, the one at the triplex for us is really confusing because there's like 4 gas meters. There's one for each unit and then the common area. And, we want to try to get that covered too. So they charge each tenant a little percentage to bring that up and help us cover that. So it's a bit confusing. The duplex in Milwaukee is better. We do pay the water every quarter, and we've been adjusting the rent a little bit on the last 2 lease renewals to help with that. I think the property manager even went as far as figuring out how much it would be for each unit, and it was about $85 a month for each unit. So we bumped the rents up $50 this year. And then depending on the market, I guess we'll see if we can go a little bit further and cover the whole thing or not. That kind of leads me to another question. Maybe a couple of these kind of tie in together, but what if any of your deals looked good on paper and then underperformed in real life?
They always look good on paper. That's all I can say.
Like my son's mom. No. She's
Well,
not
Mark,
watching this.
remember, it's live. It's
I know,
recorded.
she's not watching this.
She's gonna get that clip. Let's watch. YouTube short.
That's funny you say, because I just told Emily, I don't know if I told her on the live. I said whenever I post like her shorts or reels, there's always pushback from people on her, like that comment. And sure enough, like today, like there's 2 reels that I shared on Instagram with her on it, and it's like people always commenting like this stupid, like they said like this, she's so stupid that fucking people always they're just commenting on her shit, and it's like man.
Yeah, I always tell people, it's like, hey, meet me in person, and whatever you gotta say online, say it to my face.
Yeah, I told the I said, oh, I said that's awesome. I said, would you like to come on my channel and talk about the real estate market that you're in and I'm sure my audience would love to hear about the market you're in. And he just said, no, I'm not big on social media and all this stuff. So whatever.
the tune changed. I think lately, Mark, you especially have seen some of the things that bother me. There's a couple of people that come on Dion's lives that make comments like they're doing everything perfect, right? But you don't see them out there with the channel or trying to help people, So if it wasn't Dion's channel, I would let them know, it sounds like you do everything perfect. Where do we go to learn how you're doing it, And then they kind of would shut up, I'm sure. So
Yeah, I don't even read those comments, Frank.
I-
There's a lot of wannabes in this world.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Frank, I would just disregard a lot of that and just chalk that one up to trollery.
You know,
Yeah.
many people in your life told you like how to run your business, Frank.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
That's
And say,
true.
yo, open one and let me be your best employee then. Or I'll be your customer. See how that works out.
It's hard
Yeah.
though, because you get for the 10 of us that are in here giving you positive feedback and encouraging. All it takes is that one goofball to, eating
That's
your
the one.
Cheerios to.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
That's the one you think about, right? And
I know. I'm the same
you know,
way. It eats me up too on things.
my skin is getting thicker. I'm gonna have
Just
to be
hollow at
watching.
me, Frank. I said it. I told what's it, Jen? The
Uh-huh.
PM with Jen. I told her if she wants to move in new markets, I can be her enforcer.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I don't. I tell you, I've been spat on from like the stuff that people did to me in the past. And you get to that point, it's like, you know what, like, where is that getting you? Like, what are we
Right.
doing here? And I think there's more of those people that make the noise especially online, right? Than
Hmm.
in real life. Because
Yep.
you never heard anyone said bad thing to people's faces most of the times, right? It takes a lot,
Yeah.
but
Right.
online, yeah.
A lot of
So let's see. Maybe this next question is what does enough look like, Mark? Since you're buying up all of Pittsburgh, are you ever going to stop, or how much is enough?
Scary.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's enough. Probably, like I said, I'm probably gonna start buying in North Carolina. Maybe that's probably where I'll try to start buying a few. Since you're headed that way too, right?
Yeah, doing our research. Well, now especially since was it Jason that sent the pictures of were they sea spiders or ocean spiders or something like that in Australia?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Happy belated birthday, Chester.
Yeah, hi Chester.
Yeah. No, I mean, yeah, I mean, you look at most of them, right? Cody, Coach Carson. It's like after a while, you're just like, man, why do I want more? Or why do I
Mhm.
need more? Or just more headache? Not headaches, but I mean, right? Just make it more efficient, right? But at the same time, you don't want to not have enough and then, you know,
Mhm.
underperforming. So I
Yeah, I
think,
think that's where we fall too. I mean, you get a number that you want to be at, and then maybe if two or three more just as a buffer. I
well,
think.
like Zuber said, right? A lot of his the first 3, 4 years, a lot of what he thought was great deals turned out being okay deals, right?
Mm.
So you kind of like in the beginning or deals that you may have. I think I don't know if you guys heard that story too. The guy Alex Deacon, all the other guys that come on the channel that are in Pittsburgh that talk about said Alex one day he came to the office and he was just like so excited. He's like, "Oh, I found like this amazing deal," and it turned out to be like a flop. And so they
Oh,
said never again does he come in like so giddy, like saying. So I mean, even guys that have been doing it for so long, right? Like they think like, oh, they found this great deal and the numbers pencil out and then for whatever reason it may not work out, right? Or it's not as great as they thought, but so it happens.
do you know? So I've heard a couple of people talk about like your videos on YouTube and how you shouldn't delete videos. Does that count against you somehow in the either in the algorithm or?
I don't pay attention too much to if it affects anything, but I have put videos on private after
Oh,
people's reached out to me and they
oh,
said,
okay.
hey, can we put these on, or for what there's other personal reasons, and I went back and I had to private some of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was just curious. I didn't know if there was a reason or if there was a reason for it or not.
Yeah. And then even So one of the guys we work with in Pittsburgh, he had an issue with something he was working on, and I guess the buyer saw something and became an issue on the purchase, and the buyer was trying to say that, oh, you're making too much money on this thing, and
Hmm.
I think they referenced a video that he was on. So anyway, yeah.
Okay.
But so I guess you kind of may have to be careful on what you say if you're an agent and stuff. But there's nothing said on there that it's not like not like he did anything dishonest. It's just the
Uh-huh.
person was upset at how much money he was gonna make, I think. So
Oh.
they were trying to be like, oh well, you need to credit us this, or
Mhm.
so it became a big problem. But yeah, other
Okay.
than that, I mean, I don't know if it affects it, but I did have to put some on private and stuff like that.
Hmm. Okay. How about you, Ike? Is there a number that's going to be enough for you, or do you know what that is yet?
I think it's Rockefeller that has that famous quote when he was super rich and super old, and somebody asked him, "Hey, how much is enough?" And he told them just a little bit more.
Hmm.
Um, now I'm in my growth mode right now, so I've got goals for the next year. I'm gonna have to consolidate a little bit, get a little bit more cash in the bank and a few things like that. But for me, the more I can grow right now, the better. So
Yeah, good. Yeah, I guess it's a little tougher to say if it's enough if you're just, like you said, in growth mode. I think for us, I think we just have the 9 doors, but I think, like I was saying earlier, if that ends up being enough to cover us monthly and be able to save a little bit each month, then I could see a couple more properties after that. I think the buying part is fun, and I think it's nice to look forward to, since we've learned so much on these first few deals, that the next few deals will be different, maybe different class or different areas or things like that. I think we'll be able to choose a bit more wisely. So
North
I'd like to see
Carolina,
what that looks like. Hmm?
North Carolina, right? South
Yeah,
Carolina.
that Cynthia was looking at a property the other day that was just gorgeous. It was beautiful house. It had a really nice shop, and I forget how many acres it was on, maybe 5 or 6, but it was like 350,000 or something.
In North Carolina.
Yeah,
Yeah, North Carolina's good, man.
yeah, it was really nice.
Ike is young still yet too, so he,
Hmm.
you know,
Yeah, that changes a lot of things too, right?
I'm not that young.
what are you? How old are you? How old are you?
Old enough.
Oh, what did Monica say today? No younger guy. What did she say? Yeah.
Say
They
what?
said a lot, Mark. They said
No.
those ladies on the life. Yeah,
Yeah.
no men under 40. She said.
Yeah, that's what Monica said.
No men under 40.
Yeah, well, she's mid 40s actually around.
Oh,
So
okay. Let's see.
I think what Matesh is gonna be in Vegas, right?
Yeah, Matesh is going to be
That's
there.
right.
Janelle is, I believe, or she's still trying to figure out
Chester's
when she.
coming in.
Yeah.
Chester's
Paul
coming.
C. I'm not sure if Paul is gonna be in Vegas.
Gonna be in Vegas.
Nice.
And Josh and his wife.
Is this the first time? Oh, did your wife go the first year, Josh? No, right?
No, she didn't. He was saying he's going to be getting on a flight, but yeah, she didn't come with him the first year. And J6 going by himself? I don't know.
I think so.
Yep. Solo. I'm gonna be spending time with Charles and then Steven from Canada.
Hey, where's Rad been?
Oh, I messaged with him yesterday.
I
So
just
he's
had,
been. I think he purchased a property down in. So his daughter, she's a
Mhm.
lawyer down in Louisiana.
oh,
So he purchased property there, like a foreclosure thing.
oh.
So I know he was still finishing in Pittsburgh, but because of that property down there, something changed. Plus some family stuff came up. So, but he's doing well.
Is this Alex Dutter?
Yeah.
Yep.
Ah.
What's up, guys?
Oh, I just gonna say that I heard Alex is buying the first rounds of drinks with his fantasy football winnings in Vegas.
Hmm.
I thought the loser had to buy the drinks. That's you, right?
Not if
No,
your team wins Super Bowl.
Yeah.
uh,
Did you,
All right. I'll
I
buy
think he wins
everybody
Super
a round of
Bowl.
what I drink.
I'm just playing, man.
How's
I'm
it
gonna
going?
I'm gonna ask you for accountability purposes. Did you replace the titty lights?
Not yet. That's coming though. I had some guys come in to relocate the access to the attic. So I took the pictures, I have it listed, and now I'm getting a lot of encouragement to replace those titty lights. So that'll happen.
they just look old. I don't know if you realized, Alex, but we're live right now, so
Thanks for the warning. I did not.
you haven't gone over the line yet, but just so you mentioned you'll buy a round of what you drink. What do you drink?
I don't drink alcohol.
Oh.
So I
Water for
drink
everyone.
yeah, I drink a lot of water and
Alex,
some coffee.
I got some expensive taste in sparkling water, Alex.
I'm sure.
Well, shoot,
That's still
especially there.
$20. That's $20 in Vegas still, if you want sparkling water.
Yeah, that's a good point. You know, that could maybe I overcommitted. Well, how's everybody doing on New Year's Eve?
We're doing pretty good. We've been throwing questions around. Actually, maybe since you're here, you might like to put in your opinion on one of them. It was what was that one? What deal worked out really well on paper, but didn't work out so well in real life?
All right, I could address that one. I just want to tell you first, thanks. It's not another prenuptial agreement question because I think that got me in trouble with your wife and mine.
Yeah, I'm sure it was an issue here in my household for sure.
Yeah,
But
I imagine it sounded like she was pretty fired up. So the house that I'm in right now, so probably the actually well, I have two examples. The first one, it penciled out the house that I bought at the beginning of the year down in Arizona that's an alligator. I'm gonna say it penciled out because I didn't really do the math on that. That's before I knew how to analyze a deal, and it felt good. So I thought I was, and it was a lifestyle decision. It wasn't a investment decision. So surprise, surprise, those lifestyle decisions and the things that feel good don't always work out on paper. So, but it's not like I did the math and was wrong. But one that I did do the math on, I bought the big house with the ADU, and I did the math and I crunched the numbers, and it looked pretty close to break even. I think I was supposed to get like a 4 or 5% cash on cash return or something. And then I was having a conversation on one of the lives, and somebody asked, I I hadn't done the math since I bought it, and I was talking about a mortgage payment, and my mortgage payment with my taxes and insurance and everything included is more than I would bring in, or is not more, but it's $400 less than I would bring in if I had both the houses rented out. And when you do the math, that $400 does not equal 15% of everything. So I actually even had other people review it, and I think you were even on some of those lives. We all kind of looked at it and we said, okay, that's a good deal, especially for the market. And then when it was all said and done, it still doesn't actually cash flow. Now, I think it's still going to be okay. It's not, I wouldn't consider it a bad deal. I don't regret making the deal at all. As a matter of fact, I know it was a good deal for me. And it was a good move, but it didn't pencil the way that I thought.
Yeah, it seems to happen. I mean, and it's not like it's not an intentional oversight, I guess, but just, you know, market conditions. I think we had picked up a couple, like I was saying earlier, that the rents were really strong in the area. As a property manager and the agent that we were working with were optimistic, but then by the time the remodeling was done and they were up on the market for rent, the rents had dropped. So thankfully they do still cash flow, but they were really what I would have considered a great deal if the rents came in where we were thinking they would. So stuff like that happens, but you know, we're still able to maintain and move forward. So we were thankful.
Yeah, for me, I missed something in the math. You know, the math, I thought I did the math right, and then in reality, it just looked different. So for my next, I'm going to try and be a little bit more aware. But I guess all we can really do is estimate in the beginning, anyways. We don't have all the numbers dialed in and figured out. But yeah, it was good.
Yeah. Go ahead.
And this is not related to your question, but I did close a DSCR loan today. So that recorded today. And I am, and that was the last real estate move for me of 2025.
Wow, just in time. Was that a refinance or?
It was on a property that I had paid off.
Right. Okay. And who did you end up working with? I know you talked to Nexa Mortgage, but who did you end up with?
I ended up working with Nexa Mortgage.
Okay. That's good to know because I know once or twice, you know, Mikey worked with them a couple of times. I've been trying to do a deal with them. My situation just hasn't worked out yet, but Mikey had some good luck on one occasion, and then on the other one, he found someone that Nexa couldn't match. So it just depends. Kind of like what Zuber's talking about with Steadily, right? They can't help everybody, but they do help in some instances. I know when I tried to get quotes from them, they were higher than my guy was on the insurance. So I ended up staying where I was at, but that's good to know. Thanks.
My lessons learned, I'm trying to look back at things throughout the year because I have a little bit more to say. But what I would do is I would have shopped more. I've heard Dion talk about comparing lenders to one another. I would have found somebody in my local market. I would have, and the next time I do, I'm going to reach out to more people because I didn't reach out to enough people to really know, did I get the best deal? What were my options? All those things I found I was kind of, I was in a bit of a hurry to get everything done. And I think I probably should have taken, not that I regret anything or how it turned out, just in the future, I'm going to shop harder. Like you said, sometimes this company might be the best and other times another company might be the best. So As an investor, it's my responsibility to my business and to my my future to shop and find the best rates and everything.
Mhm.
Alex, if I can recommend something,
Yep.
start creating, because you said that you started this year. What I would create your checklist that you update every year. What's important to you? Because it's what's important this year is going to be what's important to you next year, right? But you can adjust it, but at least you have a base to look at it instead of trying to remember what was it.
I appreciate that advice, and it's good advice. And I'll tell you, I knew you've been supportive all throughout the year as far as, hey, you know what's right, do what's right, do the work, don't be lazy. And also, do what's right for you. And sometimes I'm not doing what's right for me and I know better. And, but anyways, I'm writing SOPs for these different things, for lending, for choosing a lender. I'm also writing SOPs for hiring contractors. These SOPs are developed from my lessons learned. And then that way I'll be able to edit them over time.
Yeah, that's one thing I've struggled with. I have so many different lists of things that are important, and I haven't found a great way to organize them for myself yet. But yeah, like J6 says, I mean, you could go through a loan this year, and if you don't record your experience, the next time you'll miss a lot of the points like you just mentioned, Alex, about checking with other lenders and comparing rates and their fees and different things like that. It takes a little bit, but I think it's worth it, especially on a loan. Other things might not be. I mean, they're all important, but I would say that the lending part is one of the more important parts of it.
Absolutely. And yeah, absolutely. With all the things that we buy, I'll go to 2 different stores to make sure I get the cheapest gallon of milk, and I'm not doing that for a loan.
Yeah.
But I do feel good about being positioned for 2026. A lot of some of the things that we've been seeing in the community, some of the things that Zuber's been talking about. I don't know how long this window is going to last, and I want to be able to make a move. And I've seen 2 good deals pass since I've been working on this DSCR loan.
Mhm.
And I want to segue into another point that I might write into a post if you don't mind. At the beginning of this year, New Year's Eve 2024, I had never heard of Bigger Pockets. I hadn't watched any Chad Carson videos. I hadn't found Dion. I hadn't met Dion or Zuber or Lumberjack, or I didn't know about school. I didn't know about local meetups. I didn't even know I was an investor at the beginning of the year. I hadn't bought my alligator, which kind of made me open up my eyes and need to do things on purpose or choose to do things intentionally. I bought 3 houses and 2 pieces of property and 3 houses this last year. I've met a whole bunch of people, important people. I made friends with a lot of people. And again, I didn't even know I was an investor. So I look back at how much I've changed, how much I've learned, how much I've done over this year, and I am just amazed. And I have all of you to thank for that. And I just love this community so much. And I was really been reflecting over the last week, and that's pretty special, what we have here. And I just wanted to thank everybody for that.
I think the way you just said that is really right on point. I think, I think just about everybody in the group had a really great year, whether it was like you were able to purchase some stuff, and I know a lot of other people have closed on things this year. The other side of it is, some of us went through some expensive lessons, but we've learned and we'll be able to keep moving forward because of it. But yeah, without the group, without learning all the stuff we've learned, and with all of your guys' support, helped us really come through that stuff. I don't know where we'd be without you all. So thanks for saying that. I think a lot of us feel the same. It's I've been thinking a lot about hopefully the people that are going through stuff that haven't shared it yet will be able to share, you know, their challenges and stuff, because I think that's really the best way to get input and get help. And even if nobody has a solution for the issue that you're going through, just having other people around that understand what you're going through can make a big difference. So I think it's super valuable.
Like Yasik's little words of wisdom, a little mind shift. Things happen for us, not happen to us.
Yeah, well, it's nice because I think sometimes, Jacek, sometimes things do happen to us. I think in the beginning, before we start the education and, you know, moving towards things that are important to us, then it might shift. I guess you said that, right? It's a mindset shift. So I'm glad that Cynthia and I are in a space now where we're on the other side of that. So that's been pretty cool to experience.
Yeah, but like you said on real estate, right? Imagine a hot water heater going on one of your properties when you have a one duplex instead of when you have 50 of them and all of them, right? Like it's easier to learn baby steps wise and then the big one. And you talk to people, it's like it's easier with the bigger properties because percentage wise and all that stuff. If one property, right? To me, if you look at the numbers perspective, right? Single family, duplex, triplex, fourplex, whatever, it should be the same. I get it, water heater and all that stuff. Roof, it's one roof, right? I get it, but the cost wise and percentage wise should be the same thing. So numbers never. That last time I checked, numbers never lie, right?
Yeah.
Numbers never lie. But it's perspective what makes a difference, right? How you look at it.
Yeah, and it's unfortunate that, you know, when we start investing, like a lot of us do have reserves, and we've talked about how it still feels like in the beginning when anything breaks, it's coming out of your pocket because your properties haven't had enough time for the reserves to build up. But now, you know, with where things are right now for Cynthia and I, and some money has been building up in our investment property account, if something before that, every little thing that broke was a big deal and it was very stressful. Now it's a lot less stressful because there is some money building up for the reserve. So you know, we all always stress about reserves and how important it is to have enough when you're starting out. And people just make it too skinny and then they end up failing because of that. But I can't wait, you know, to get a few more good months behind us. It feels a lot better than it has in the past.
Yeah, but Frank, don't you feel like, because I compare real estate and I've been in real estate longer than in the business though, right? And which both are businesses once you start looking at it that way, right? It's look at it the way it is. It is a business. It's testing, right? Like you said, it's like you always fell on it. Okay, the tire goes off. I got to replace this. It's like if you prepare yourself for it, right? Just like for the job, right? Like if you bring extra stuff, nothing's gonna go wrong. But every single time you don't stick to your standards, right? Guess what happens? Like we all like what Alex said before. I always tell people because it's so amazing to me, right? That we know as humans, right? This is what I need. And if you don't do it, something bad happens and everybody acts surprised. It's like, why did it happen to me? I'm like, Why? Just look it back and review yourself, eh? Maybe you're gonna know, right?
Yeah, you're exactly right. I think in both cases with real estate and with work, sometimes like if I'm getting ready for a job and I know what I got to do and I know all of the things that have gone wrong in the past, and I think, well, no, it should go pretty smooth this time, and then
This time.
it doesn't.
Murphy's Law never failed me either. I was like, that's gonna be an easy one, and before you finish the work, you get that phone call. Like, should know better, but
Yeah. Yeah,
yeah. But
that's right.
I wanna give big applause to Alex though on his growth to it, because I watched him and what he achieved in a short amount of time, right, this year. And just imagine, Alex, what you're going to be able to achieve now in the future, because now you know if you stick to the basis, it's crazy, right? And once you see it and you try it, it works, man. There's no going back.
Well, thank you so much. I appreciate that. And I say with just such sincerity, like I owe that all to this community. It's been awesome. And I've seen it, I've been able to apply it, and I've learned so much. And I'm pretty excited about next year. Like I said, I'm positioned for it. And now with all of you guys to bounce ideas off of, and it just it's gonna be another exciting year. I'm still tired from this last year. I got a few vacancies that I'm working through, but
Are you coming to Vegas, Alex?
oh yeah, I'll be in Vegas. No, yep, no doubt. I'll
Awesome.
be there. I'm coming in there Wednesday, about midday, so that way I'm there for all the midnight meetups, and I'm leaving on Tuesday, the following Tuesday. That way, if we go out and do something on Monday, I'm open for that too.
I heard you carpooling with Flavio on the donkey.
I missed all the lead up to that, but no, I'm not gonna be. I'm not gonna be carpooling. Um, yeah, I'll be flying in, nice and easy.
Yeah, at first Flavio said he was driving. I thought that was nuts all the way from up there, but now he's flying, so that's
I
good.
kind of think he was just joking. Curtis is a big dude, and he was offering Curtis the carpool in his Subaru. Like, I don't think there's room for Curtis in that Subaru.
No, not by himself even. Yeah, I know a few people are driving. I think Matesh is driving, but Matesh is in LA. Lindsay's driving. She's down there too, and we're driving. So
That's a
It's-
long trip for you, Frank.
yeah, it's 9 hours. The first time we went in year one, it took us 8 hours to get there. But Cynthia keeps me awake, so it was a nice drive. Half of it is quite scenic. The other half is just desert, so that was a little bit boring. But
That's why you got to get a Tesla, Frank, or one of
Yeah.
the new cars.
I wonder how much would that cost to rent? That would be kind of cool.
I don't know
I
if the
think-
rentals comes with the software though, because it's not the Tesla, right? Like you have to buy the subscription, the software upgrade for the self-driving part.
I
It's
can
a
see
separate
that.
thing. So I don't think rentals companies, even if they have Tesla, I don't think that's on.
Oh, okay.
I would imagine, right? The liability on that part.
I imagine that would blow the budget. I think right now the car rental is supposed to be $650 or something like that. But yeah, I think a Tesla might be a lot more.
I would carpool if anyone wants to carpool from Jersey.
We're flying
Just
in,
kidding.
but we got a rental car.
You mean when you get there?
Yeah, a rental there. We'll be at the Grand, so Mark's standing out there with his thumb up. We can give him a ride.
Mm-hmm.
So Mark's staying Bellagio.
Oh yeah.
Bands.
Days, man. I'm at the Grand, man. Coming in
Hotel
late
6.
Friday and leaving Sunday night.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Which Denny's are we meeting at? We meeting at the one still up there on the Fremont, or
I don't
the
know.
other down the strip?
Curtis said
Undecided
we
still.
need to Curtis said we need to correct Dion. Dion keeps saying the strip, so I don't know. Sounds like he keeps talking about the Venetian one, but I know that's where Brandon is having his one on Friday, because that's Brandon is staying in that area, so that's why he's having his Friday coffee over there. But as far
Yeah,
as
so you don't even
Dion's
have to
That
one,
go
makes
back to the
sense.
hotel.
yeah,
Take.
well,
Yeah.
well, yeah, but I'm not sure what Dion. I mean, the Fremont one is definitely more convenient, I think, for most people, but
Well, you gotta take into consideration parking on the strip. It's expensive.
yeah,
Well, if you're taking a car down there.
yeah. Yeah, so I'm not, yeah, not sure what Dion. I mean, it is Dion's thing, so I mean, I don't know if there's a reason he prefers there, but I know we originally thought it was going to be the Fremont one. Like that's what we were thinking. But
That
And
would be
Mark, did
ideal because a lot of people are going to be up that way. We can just walk over there.
yeah, I mean that's kind of why I think that one's the most convenient one. But I don't know.
Right.
Do you guys feel like it's going to be a big one? Too big?
Dion's thing?
The event
Hmm.
itself.
No,
Yeah.
not event, like the
Well, I
Denny's
think
meetup.
yeah, because I think even like last year, that's what a lot of people were very disappointed in that unfortunately Deanna wasn't feeling well, and then Lumberjack wasn't there yet, and I think Millennial Mike got stuck in car trouble. Some none of those. But Dion went the first night for a little while, but the second night, yeah, he didn't show up. I think. So I think a lot of people were kind of disappointed in that.
Yeah, but like these life goals, right? When you have a lot of people, how much do you cover and how serious the conversation get, right? Like if you have so many people at the same place.
Everyone is
That's the
just.
issue with me, right? Like every time you have like too many people and these things, right? It seems like nothing gets done.
Oh yeah, no, I think it's just same thing. Whatever you want to get out of it. I mean, people are just jumping from table to table, sitting down, talking
I might
stuff.
start
I
my
mean, some
night crew.
Some
Night
guys
crew.
just sat there the whole time with one person almost, whatever. Maybe that was someone they were looking to, but yeah.
Yeah, I don't think there's not like any structured meeting to those. It's just to get together and talk about whatever. There wasn't. Well, I sat with Justin that time, and so I chatted with Justin Camera for quite some time. And I think the next time Dion and Matt had thought about like moving around the table, because there were a lot of people that wanted to sit and say hello and chat with them for a minute. So I imagine they might still do that kind of same thing. But um, I think even last year, there were people sitting in different booths and stuff, is what I could see in the pictures, so moving around.
I,
I
wo-
don't think so.
I wonder how many tickets got sold.
I'm not sure. Your mic's off.
Sounds like there's still like 80 or 90 tickets left, but
I don't think he's going to have some of those other headliners pushing those tickets. It feels like he's just going to let it just kind of be the community and however it lands, it lands. And
yeah,
I
maybe
mean,
he
I'd,
told
I'd like
them.
for him to be profitable, but at the same time, the selfish side of me is kind of like, you know what? If there's fewer people there to come and be a part of it, that's their loss, and it just gives us all that much more time to, kind of have the community there that's there and
Mhm.
share and visit with people and stuff. I think it's gonna be.
here's my I think I gotta say this. Like Zuber knows what he's doing. He was in marketing. He knows. I think, I think he, just like you said, Josh, I think he probably wants it to be us. Um, and that's why he's shutting off sales, at a certain time. And, even though those other markets, they could send, they could be advertising in those other markets. If that's what Zuber wanted, that's what would be happening, I think.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't know. I don't know, Alex, because inviting or yeah, inviting Pace, for example, I mean, I would imagine he would have had to think that his tribe might, come to the event. It's surprising that, well, we don't know who bought the tickets, but I would think if Pace's people were coming, that more would be sold by now. But I think the same thing kind of happened last year when it didn't sell out, and he adjusted he cut off the sales early so that he could get his final numbers in there for the food and everything. So we'll just have to see, I guess. So yeah, Jason, I think we'll stop live streaming, but
So
let me see if I can figure out how to do that.
when you stop, I got something to make people